Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome to the video. Venice SG here today to talk to you about a couple of topics. First thing we're going to talk about is Streamer University. Some people think it's a scam. There's just one content creator who's going viral right now, calling out Kai Cenat, saying that Streamer University is a scam. Then we're going to talk about Druski getting some backlash for his white face skit, which I'll talk about that in just a second. Hood MrBeast is asking for a skin in Fortnite, and then finally going to talk about Marvel Rivals buffs to certain characters and how they're going to affect the way that you play when those effects take place. Alright, so first, Streamer University scam. Alright, so there's a guy, I actually woke up this morning and saw this, and I was like, I don't know, bro, I think you're looking at it the wrong way. But he was basically, he hopped on and made a video, I saw it on X, and he was just basically just going at Kai Cenat, saying that Kai only really invited people to Streamer University that had a following. Just watch this.
I'm disappointed in you, bro. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, I'm mad disappointed in you, bro. Feel me? You had us thinking us small creators was gonna have the ability or the chance to get inside of the Streamer University, bro. Like, I already should have known that this was a sham and this was a lie. Whenever you started reviewing people who already got clout with their applications, bro, I should have already known that this shit was fake, bro. I should have already known, you feel me? But nah, I still decided to trust and believe in myself and take a chance to even try to apply to that bum ass shit, bro. You feel me? Now, you chose people who already have clout. Literally, what is that doing for them besides making you rich? Like, I thought this was giving people who don't have clout a chance, bro. Like, I don't get it. I don't get it at all. You invested over $500,000 into PC streaming equipment for people who already have that streaming in PC equipment, bro. Like, what? I don't get it, bro. You got multiple people out here who want to be streamers, bro, who struggle, bro. Like, they need the help. You feel me? Like, I don't need the help at all. You feel me? I'm straight. I just want the opportunity to network with all these people, all that. You feel me? But it's just the fact that, bro, like, you lied, bro. You lied to us. Like, I checked that list, bro. Light Skin Monty, Big Win. You got your mans Tylell, Ray. Like, my nigga, you got people who's already established in there, bro. Why not give us small creators a chance? And this is a message to all.
So do you agree with him or disagree with him? I don't know. See, I think that Buddy is looking at it the wrong way. I think that Streamer University is all there for entertainment, and if you got in, you were able to, just, network and meet certain people. And then if you are around those people who got clout, link up with them, contact with them, show them what you got. I think that was just the opportunity. Like, I'm thinking, like, if I'm a Kai Cenat and I've got all these big name people here, and then I'm inviting all these little people who actually do have a following but just need to sort of break out, I'm thinking, I'm telling the big name people, like, be on the lookout for up and comers, be on the lookout for people who are funny, be on the lookout for people who have streamer personality, and then network with these people, talk with these people, and get them, a little bit of whatever to make us a little bit more, whatever like this. We can sign them to maybe some sort of streamer record label they're probably starting. I don't know. It sounds like to me it was designed to help people. Now, some people felt differently. Some people felt the same, and they took to X to reply in the comments saying this. This one guy at 7 Asylum says, bro, you had all them famous streamers there. All you had to do is get camera time around a popular streamer, and you would probably blow up. People don't know how to get the bag, and it ain't gonna get handed to you. I 1000% agree with that. If I were to go to a Streamer University and I saw somebody like Ray, or I saw MrBeast himself or DDG, I'm just going to go up to them while they're doing some of their skits or something like that, or some of their whatever, and just, try to be myself around them and whatever, I'm not a really funny person, so it wouldn't work for me. But if people got funny, they got jokes, that's what they need to do. This one guy, at Colts Media Guy, says the way he set it up was legit to bring in more views for his own streams while promoting those other popular streamers. It's just a money grab, like at Los Pollos TV's dad said. They're using all of their fans. Kai is legit money grabbing at this point. Listen, that's a hot take. Don't know if I agree with that, because Kai Cenat did not have to do this. He did not have to, start a streaming university and invite people, because nobody has done this before. And as far as I know, these big name streamers, the Lacey's, the Jason DeWeens, they're not doing anything to help a person that already has a following but may not be huge. Like, you've got somebody with a YouTube channel that has 100,000 or has a stream with maybe 250 followers. They're not exactly super popular, but you don't see a Jason the Ween or a DDG going to their streams and blowing them up. You don't see them doing either. Kai's doing that. So I personally respect the dude for doing that, and whether or not the results or what people want it to be, he still has these lower viewed streamers or these lesser popular streamers and YouTubers at this place and able to network with these people, because I've in the past tried to network with more popular people and it doesn't work. It really doesn't work. All they want to do is just assume that you're trying to use them for clout and popularity, and they're not necessarily thinking that you're trying to network with them so you can grow your own thing. They just think you're trying to use them. So look, I don't agree with that take at all. This dude at C. Dalway says he's not wrong. I would 75% of people who got accepted already have a big fan base and already known on the internet. I mean, there are plenty of people out there that just aren't known, that aren't super huge, and they're trying to get super huge. So I don't know what Buddy's talking about. And then one more at Ice Lagoon Tune. Streaming University wasn't just for new streamers. New streamers don't have setups, can't clip farm, don't really have a personality yet, and have no fan base. Why the F would you give every spot to them so they can collectively not get watched? I agree with that so much, but at the same time, though, I mean, there are so many people who just are not known, who are just naturally funny, that once they get a platform, once they get noticed, they all of a sudden just blow up. And we've seen it time and time again on the internet, and I've always been just the big voice of saying when these people just get the random shout out. Like, there was one girl who I think didn't have an arm or something like that, and she got shouted out by some big FaZe member. Before this FaZe member shouted her out and put her on his channel, she was literally nothing. Nobody cared about her. She maybe averaged 1 or 2 views, but then after the shout out, after the whatever, she became this popular thing for like a month. And then I was thinking, so wait, a month ago, 3 days ago, 4 days ago, was she still this, funny and entertaining person, or what's going on there? So I think that this guy right here, I mean, maybe he has a point, but at the same time, though, I think there are people out there who just, they don't have the means, and then when they do get the means, they become popular or whatever. All right, so next thing, let's talk about this. Druski's getting backlash because he made a skit that's quote-unquote whiteface. Watch this.
See, I grew up with my grandma. Yeah. See, folks always tell me, like, you a white boy, you can't be doing all that. I grew up on that side. On that side, yeah. But I was raised by these folks. I grew up with white folks.
Now, personally, I don't see anything wrong with the skit. I thought it was funny. I thought that he was just making an entertainment piece to entertain. There are too many soft individuals out there in this generation, in this era, that are just quick, or they just want to be pissed off about something, so they want to just be mad all the time. When I grew up, stuff like that, it was just what it was. It was an entertainment piece, and I didn't think anything was wrong with that. I thought it was funny. I thought he was accurately displaying what it's like when there are Caucasian individuals who do grow up in the hood. I've met several of them, hundreds of them, maybe throughout my entire life living. They just grow up on this side, and they talk like us. They act like us, and then, that's just what it is. It be like that sometimes, and I think that people just need to stop being pissed off and start looking for joy in life, because listen, brother, life is too short, and if all you're doing is being pissed off in it, you're going to just, I don't know, bro. Just stop being pissed off, I guess. Next, Hood MrBeast is asking for a skin in Fortnite. I mean, kind of like the whole Druski thing, but nobody's getting kind of pissed off. I didn't see anything about MrBeast is facing backlash for, being hood. I guess he made a tweet that said something like, people on TikTok asked me to be more hood, so he fixed his hair and put on a vest and started posing with stacks of $1 bills. He wants a skin in Fortnite that's Hood MrBeast. Personally, I think it would be a perfect fit for Fortnite, just having Hood MrBeast. You could have the regular MrBeast skin, and you could press the edit button, and then you can go to Hood MrBeast. I think it's funny, it's entertainment, it's for the kids. I don't see a problem with it. Alright, the final thing is this, nerfs and buffs in Marvel Rivals. Now, how do you guys feel about this? I know you guys have been watching the gameplay, and some of you have probably been thinking, what the hell is this gameplay that I'm watching? Well, this is only Diamond Rank that I'm in right now. I played this morning at 2 a.m. And I don't know if these guys knew it or not, because at the end, they were just like, I didn't know we had 3 tanks. I was support for most of the match, and they were complaining the entire time about Captain America or a Panther or whatever the hell was in this match, just kept coming to the back row and menacing the back row. So I was like, all right, well, you know what? I play a Penny Parker. I will take care of the back row, and then you can see for yourself what happens with this match. I thought I was doing pretty good on support. But anyways, talking about these nerfs and buffs, this affects me in one of 2 ways. And let me know down in the comments how it's going to affect you and what you're going to do about it, right? So I play Penny Parker. I've been a Penny Parker main, I guess. I never wanted to, call myself a Penny Parker main. I just wanted to be able to use all characters. Since the game started out, and the first character that I probably got Lord was Penny Parker, so people say that I'm a main Penny Parker. So now, Penny Parker's little buff that she's going to get, she's going to have a team up with Rocket, I guess, and she can put down a second spider nest. And on the outside, the ability looks overpowered. It looks broken. It looks like the era of dive comp is over because Penny Parker is now a thing. Well, I happen to disagree, and the first time that I saw what Penny Parker is going to be able to do with this new update, I said, I'm never going to get to play Penny Parker again because she is going to get permabanned. We are going to have a full-on Hulk situation on our hands with Penny Parker. She's going to get banned every single time because how do you deal with a meta that you can't, you ban it, Lower elo when there are no picks and bans, sure, people are going to have a field day, but when you are at, plat and up, it's GG's, it's a wrap. You won't get to use her because I feel like she's going to get banned. And the first thing that I said when I saw that, she's banned and I won't be able to play Penny Parker no more. And that's going to be it for people diving back to the back row and me stopping them because Penny Parker is just going to get banned now. And we're going to have to figure out something else to do about, these characters that are diving in the back row. I don't know what to do. My go-to was Penny Parker. So about this, sure, it's great, but at the same time, this sucks. This absolutely sucks. I don't know. I mean, I can't specifically say for the future what's going to happen if people are going to start banning her, but I know if I'm a Black Panther or a Scar or a Magic main and I like to go on the back row or whatever like that, yeah, get Penny Parker out of here quickly because I'm not dealing with all that. 2 nests? Nah, it's a wrap ski. The next thing is Hawkeye. When I first started playing Marvel Rivals, since I was a Hanzo main in Overwatch, all I wanted to do was play Hawkeye. That's it. That's the only reason I even got the game, because I was like, I don't know about any of these other characters, because they all look dumb to me, but Hawkeye, he's the only one that looks like he makes sense. So I hopped on and played Hawkeye, and I was instantly good with him. Or not good, I was okay with him, I'll say, because I know there are people like Shroud that exist who are good with him, so I'll say I was okay with him. But, the second I started cooking with him that first day, it just seemed apparent to me that he gets killed instantly. Like, he gets killed before the supports, especially if you're cooking. So I hopped off Hawkeye, and I was like, yeah, I'm not being Hawkeye. I have to find someone else to use because I'm not dealing with constantly being dove. And then people will be like, bro, you're trash. You're DPS. You're not doing any damage. You're Hawkeye. You're supposed to get picks, yada, yada, yada. But they don't understand that as soon as you take somebody's head off one time with Hawkeye, you are now the target, not the supports. The Hawkeye is the target. It's just the life of Hawkeye. And if you ask anybody who plays Hawkeye, they will tell you that this is the reality of Hawkeye. So when I saw this team up that he has with Luna at first, just like with Penny Parker, bro, I was overjoyed. I said, whoopee! Hawkeye is going to be broken now. Then I was like, oh, wait. They're going to ban him. Because I've just recently started using Hawkeye and getting my Hawkeye game up and just dealing with the targeting because, I cook. And the people that I play with cook also. So when there are multiple, threats on a team, they have to pick and choose what's the biggest threat. And most of the time, Hawkeye isn't the biggest threat. Most of the time, it's, whatever the supports. But I still do get targeted. But, since I've got Lord with Hawkeye, I'm just happy. And I can't wait to play him. But now that he's got this new buff with Luna, he's going to get banned. And you won't get to play him no more. So now I got to figure out, other characters that I do want to play on DPS and stuff like that and have, as my main. So what do you think about the new buffs to the game? How is this going to affect your gameplay? Are you going to have to main new characters, or do you think it's going to be fine? Do you think your characters will not be banned? I personally think that it's a double-edged sword. All right, guys, my name is Vince SGN. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Peace.